Hello, everyone. Welcome back. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. Tonight, wow, I'm really zoomed in. I will fix that as we go. Um, I am your friendly GM for this session of Greyhawk 4 Become 1. And it is time for some shenaniganry, possibly some murder on the part of the GM, possibly some survival and emotional heartbreak. All of these things could happen tonight. I'm here for all of them, but we should go around, let all of my fine, wonderful players introduce themselves, and then I'll do my spiel at the end because I have a small gift for my players. But why don't we start with PB? Hey PB, welcome back. We hope you're doing well.
Yeah, hi, hello, I'm PB from at PB Plays Inside, and today I'm going to be playing Civ Iron Fury, our dwarf who really likes throwing hammers, and they use she, her pronouns.
Yep, lots of throwing of hammers. Not as much throwing of hands, but that's okay. Um, Somebody who was definitely surviving and bringing all of the help at the end of last session. Uh, Lynn, how you doing? Welcome back. We hope you're doing well.
Hey everyone, I'm Lynn, she, they, and tonight I am playing Ven, they, them, knowledge cleric, and you know what? There's like comfort in that you've died a bunch of times, but it's not pleasant, so let's try not have this happen.
Yep, that is a thing. I'm sure no one
No.
um wants to find out about, you know, dying a bunch of times. Someone who is definitely sure that they shouldn't die, but other people should die. Hey, Lindy, how are you doing?
Hi, tis I, Lindy, Laughless Lindy. I will be playing Yrsa Alfjarl, barbarian, totem barbarian. She's got skills in very niche subjects, mostly murder and, things involving body counts.
Yes, yes. Speaking of body counts, if anybody wants, there's new merch in the store. I'm just saying. There you go. But I feel like it's an important thing to point out that Yrsa is not alone on this trip with her while she's trying to deal with body counts. There's her
Nope.
charming older brother. Hey, Chris, how are you doing today?
Oh, I'm doing just dandy. Not so sure about what Gunner's going through, but yeah, I play Gunner, the paladin with a penchant for punching, and yeah, we'll get right back into can we survive biting off more than we could chew?
And biting off more that you can chew, in the case of Flynn's, is a whole lot.
Mhm.
So, I have a gift for my players and my wonderful group, um, everybody here. There is a new command in chat for you all. Um, see if it works. It does indeed. If we get to 10 reposts on the go live tweet, which I'm using because I refuse to use this other term that apparently is blown up on Blue Sky, but whatever. I will commit to my being old, it's fine. Then there will be a gift for the players. If we get to 20, there's a gift for the GM. I'm just saying you might want to share that around because that's the best way to help us find more people. But thank you all for being here. I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. This is the game. We're going to have some fun. We are here for a time. And last we left off, our fine group of northern representatives of the Kingdom of Schnai were making their way, for various reasons, to support a relatively young wizard to find a small pointy, well, a large pointy object. And this pointy object is, he knows, he has a small map, is somewhere in the Bluff Hills. And you all were making your way overland when, unfortunately, you were set upon by a pack of Flins. And your wise decision was to put your wizard in a tiny hut with all of your horses and engage the Flins, and then decide that maybe you shouldn't engage the Flins and raced back to the tiny hut. Which is where you all currently are right now. The Flins have, I mean, a tiny hut is not unnoticeable. They do see it. It is, but they cannot get in for the next few hours, at least. And they are currently surrounding your tiny hut. The question then becomes, everyone, as you all are inside and some of you may be recovering from petrification, or paralyzed, excuse me, not petrification, paralyzed, I should be more specific and more accurate. What do you do? There are, as Malin allows you to see, a number of Flins still outside your hut. This magical dome that's kind of changing colors, similar to, you know, even though you can see out and they can't see in, there's kind of this sheen of like oil on water as you look through.
I believe our first plan was to take a short rest.
So you're going to take the time to take a short rest?
Yeah, because we
Yes.
still have like 7.5 hours
Mhm.
or more in this tiny hut.
Mhm.
I'm on top of my horse and I am
Yes.
napping.
Power
Yes.
nap.
By the way, I did the math. You do have enough space. It includes nine small or medium, large creatures. Is the
Mhm.
math on tiny hut?
Yep.
So you can indeed take yourself a short rest inside this tiny hut.
Bennett's gonna stuff themselves halfway into their bag holding to
Like a sleeping bag, yeah.
yeah.
That
Smart.
is indeed valid.
How many hit die can we roll during a short
As
rest?
You can
many
roll
as you
as
want.
many as you want, but then we only regen like half with our long rest. So if we spend all 8, we only get 4 back tonight.
Gotcha.
So at the moment, the
2,
Flins are outside, but you all are recovering inside.
Yes. Okay. I can live with that. Hopefully. Hopefully I can live with that.
We're going to have to. We're gonna have to.
You know, I can roll one more. I can top
I'm
up.
also
It's
gonna
fine.
roll. Yeah.
Let me just get back to max, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I get 4 back. Alright, and I reset everything else.
Not at max, but I'm pretty close. I'm gonna hold 2 hit die in reserve. I'm just like, I'm gonna just hold them there.
Mhm.
I don't think I could get to full unless I rolled max anyway, so.
So what are you doing while you're resting in this perfectly climate controlled, perfectly comfortable dome of magic? Malin is slightly anxious at the sounds kind of coming from the outside as he glances and the occasional Flynn is attacking your dome. Not that it can do anything.
He will also hear just light snoring coming from the direction of the horses. I don't know if that is more or less comforting to them, but that is what they hear.
Then you are no longer paralyzed.
Good. Yay.
Okay.
I see the tiny the bag of holding sleeping bag, and I think that's a good idea, and I do the same thing.
A lot more dramatic when you do it, though.
Yeah.
It's giving your other ideas for the bag of holding, so I don't know if that's a good thing.
Ah, would anybody like a snack? We are right next to the dried fruits.
I'm all right. Thank you.
Just straight asleep.
Hmm.
I took no time.
Just clean off a little bit of the wounds. You know, well, have a towel and damp towel. Because I know if I don't, my brother's gonna be like, "Hey, you don't want an infection, do you? This is how you get infection." So,
Disease are serious businesses.
so yeah, I'm like, oh, that's why you're a paladin, right? He didn't like that answer the last time. So, yeah, just gonna clean the wounds a bit. There's a lot of them. So, probably the whole short rest.
Are you doing anything, Chris, during our short little rest?
I think the main thing he's going to do is just literally lean up against his horse and just kind of that half sleep reverie kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And meditate.
So, as you extend the short rest, half an hour relaxing, Malin is anxiously looking around. And you can hear the periodic attack on the tiny hut.
Mm-hmm.
But it kind of trails off.
Mm-hmm.
And at like a certain point, you realize you haven't heard any attempts to get in for like a good 5-10 minutes.
What are they doing?
It's like microwave popcorn, right?
Mm.
That last 10 seconds when there's only like 1 or 2 pops at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And you realize you can make me a perception check.
Yeah, because we can see through the hut.
You can see through the hut.
Yeah.
$13, $16.
Oh, nice. Hey.
$17, $20.
Excellent.
I mean, all of you notice that there are now only like 2 Flynns outside who kind of seem to be, the rest seem to have left, and these 2 are just kind of mostly, one is kind of pacing around, but the other, who looks fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
he looks distinctly fucked up, is attempting to get in, and periodically that's like him just like taking his flail of 3 different skulls that do fucking shit ton of damage to you all and mess with your lives. What happens when you're a demon worshiper and priest, and using that to get in, partially because you know you can definitely see that he's a little still pissed. The other guy who's remaining outside definitely seems to be kind of like making his way slowly around. He hasn't quite given up on getting in, but you kind of get the impression that he likely will. He doesn't seem to be making your lives any easier. But he also doesn't seem to be like committed to staying.
Do we need new initiative rolls?
You're not currently in initiative. It's what you choose to do.
Well then, I'm going to look at everyone and say, well, let's see if this gorilla thing works.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll jump out with you. I'm like
And,
climb out of my bag of holding.
I will move
So ready.
basically out to attack,
Yep.
and then back
I'll move
in.
on the same. I'll do the same thing. I'll move with you.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Attack in.
Yeah.
All right, so you both can roll me attacks. Let's say that Gunnar goes first, just because he's older.
Oh, can I what was it?
Sure.
Pre-blush everyone here.
Okay.
Before you go outside, yeah, I'll allow
Yes.
that because you're controlling the timing.
Mm-hmm. I'm just keeping in.
28 for the first attack.
Definitely.
10. 27. 7.
How do you kill this?
Nice.
I'm literally just punching it in the head.
Okay, so you're kind of, even for Gunnar, you kind of have to reach up to punch this in the head.
Oh, I forgot. They're like 7 feet tall. So I'm punching it
Yeah.
straight in the chest.
That works.
Like
that
right in the
works.
sternum.
Right in the sternum
Kalima!
to shatter that center. Both the breastplate and the rib cage and the thing in the middle of the rib cage that whose word I'm totally blanking on. Sternum.
Yes.
There we go. As you punch, the first one kind of stutters it, and it kind of twists a little uncertainly, and that second one just drives through, and you feel the sternum break and shatter, driving the bone spurs into both the heart and the lungs, and it dies. You have a dead flea on the ground.
I will look at Yursa and say, let's step back in and wait for the other one. And
I'm
then
not.
will
I
step
didn't
back in.
rage, so because this is guerrilla warfare.
Okay, so you can do so. The other one is kind of coming around the other side of your tiny hut, like the south section instead of the northern area. And he's he seems to be looking for weak spots, right? Like treating this as if it is a...
He doesn't know how a tiny hut works.
No, I mean, the magic here is beyond... This particular type of magic is not one that he particularly has been involved in the past. He's very dedicated to his god. He understands the magic of pain, the magic of fire, magic of offering blood to his demon of a god. Arcane magic is not his thing. But yes, he is currently at the southern portion of your tiny hut. What would you like to do?
I mean, there's only one left. We literally could mount up and just leave.
I doubt
Or
that they
could
maybe.
jump out and beat the hell out of him.
I would love to jump out and beat the hell out of
We
it.
should still urge caution. I think maybe they've left these two in case we've come out. The other ones will come running as soon as they hear noise. So whatever we do, just be careful.
So skirt around the horses to the southern side and jump this guy.
Yrsa is so down. If you tell Yrsa, no, we're not doing that, Yrsa will be like, fine, we're not doing that. But if you're on board, Yrsa's like, yeah.
I'm just assuming the horses are taking up most of the middle, so we kind of
Mhm.
have to
Yeah,
like go
yeah.
around the edge to get there.
We'll all kind of like.
All right, who wants to take the lead this time?
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh, let
Go
me.
right
Oh,
ahead.
ooh, let me distract.
Okay.
You just pop out. But no, you get to do the fun
Oh,
part. Let
oh,
us get
okay.
the yes. So I think what Ven's gonna do is Ven's just going to step out, just hey, hey, and then once we get its attention, you're going to just do.
Ah,
Also, you still have the bless.
the bless, yeah.
Okay, so you're attempting to give advantage to Van, or Van is attempting to give advantage to Yrsa by distraction.
Mhm.
Could you roll me deception?
Okay.
Deception performance?
Yeah,
What the-
deception. I think this is a deception at this moment. I would like you
Alright.
to know. By the way, I am forewarning everybody, all of my players, and all of you watching at home. I have been rewatching all of Witcher Family of Wraiths, so I have a lot of Witcher skill names in my head. So if I mislabel something, understand that I will fix it, but it's not intentional.
8.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah, with a 23, he doesn't react to you.
Mhm.
Your attempt kind of falls a little flat when the, buff built
Yeah.
and blood-covered Yrsa emerges from the tiny hut
Quick.
Doesn't hurt.
as a greater threat, shall we say?
Yeah.
Quick. Quick.
I feel like a change of music is necessary, though.
I don't know. This is like a leisurely beating.
You can make your first attacks.
Yeah, 24 and a 19 for 17 and 16 damage.
Cool. Definitely takes those. Both of those will hit very well. And as you slash through...
And then my brother goes, and then Civ can go. We all just surprise wail on this thing.
Alright.
Yes.
Yep.
We suck. We're so mean.
Yep. And because you're surrounding him, you all have advantage.
Well, I still miss. I don't know why I missed, but I still missed.
Yeah, the 13 is not going to
So
hit,
hold on.
unfortunately. It just kind of...
Yeah.
You swing, and it bounces. He just shifts just enough to as he was reacting to Yrsa's strike, and you hit the breastplate of his armor.
Give him a second time, though.
Does hit in the second time, though, yes.
Yeah, for
Does go through.
13.
Civ, are you doing anything?
Hammer time. 18, 18, 17.
All three will hit.
Nice.
9, 11, and 9.
Whoop.
What would you like to do with that spirit?
That's a roll to see what you add to the damage, right? You are muted, PB.
Sorry, I couldn't.
I am
see.
muted. Sorry. Oh, I did not realize I was muted. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm throwing my hammers, and that is quick toss to be able to bonus action get damage. So that 3 is just extra damage on the attack.
Okay, so it's just an extra 3. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So, in one round, you have severely fucked this guy up.
Nice.
However, it is now his turn. He does get a turn now that you all are, outside the hut. I want to make sure I use the same stats from last time. Cool. He's gonna swing first at, he's gonna swing at Yrsa. He's gonna swing at Yrsa.
That makes sense. I did open with a big bold move.
for a crit.
Oh, gee.
But something fun happens in a minute.
Oh, no.
So a 29, I'm going to assume that hits you.
Yeah, that does. It's not a 17. It hits.
Cool. Could you roll me a Constitution saving throw, please? And thank you.
Absolutely.
Plus.
Hashtag blessed.
+2.
Oh, and
Bless.
with my brother proximity.
Mhm.
So let's do this. +5, so 17.
17 beats it by 1. You
Oof,
are
boy.
not paralyzed.
Oh, good.
You
Hashtag
take,
blessed.
but you do take 10 bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
And he's going to turn, and I need Yrsa, because you got hit by a crit, to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
Hashtag blessed. Oh, that's great. Excuse me, madam. It's
Yay.
24.
You're fine.
Great. Lovely, awesome. I'm guessing that's my sword. I don't know, though.
We'll find out. We'll find out. But he only gets to
One
make
day.
he can only do one attack this turn. Because that's the way this works. So
Finish him.
Yrsa.
Yeah. Oh, the boom, 29 and a 23, baby.
Both are gonna hit.
Oh, almost a crit. For 11 and 16.
Oof. You are doing some serious damage. By this point, you can see large cuts and that are dripping blood. This kind of haze has come over his eyes as he's kind of... You can't tell whether it's the
Very
pain
exciting.
or bloodlust at this point.
Yeah,
he's-
Yrsa's also not sure if she's gonna get excited or not at this point, just from how exciting this all is. She's like, oh boy, this is revving me up. But that's all. She's not gonna rage. She's not gonna do anything else.
Gunnar, your turn.
I will just go ahead and punch him.
Mhm.
17,
17 just hits.
11, then a 22, which will hit for 10, so 21 more points of damage.
21. He is woozy and standing and swinging the flail around as if to come at you, but he's weaving as he does so. There are massive cuts all over his body. He's bleeding profusely. Civ.
Going
Hammer
in
time.
for another 3 hammers.
Cool.
Nice.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Roll your damage on the first one. How do you
A
want to kill him?
10.
Oh, nice.
I am Ursa is flailing, well, attacking in front of me. I won't say flailing because it's definitely not flailing.
No.
But you're moving in front of me, and I'm like trying to get a good angle on this guy. And as soon as you go for your last downswing, and Gunnar like slams their head over to the other side, I look around and I just chuck a hammer right around you, and it hits him straight in straight in the back of the neck, and just absolutely knocks him over dead.
Nice.
Nice. You are now out of combat, and you have no more Flynns to fight.
Oh, for now.
Yep.
Oh, well done. Ven is gonna climb on top of one of the horses and just kind of like look out, see if they can see any of the activity from like the surrounding area, just in case that they're waiting for something to happen.
Go ahead and roll me perception.
$27.
27. It does not look like that there's anyone coming back. it does look like the Flynns have kind of moved on and seem to be moving slightly with purpose. Perhaps you just were in the way as they were making their way towards something specific. But with that, Malin waits until you tell him to leave the hut. He's going to leave it up until you tell him otherwise.
We don't see any more of them. We certainly didn't make enough noise. Maybe we're incidental to whatever they're heading to.
Loot the bodies and leave.
Certainly was a large amount of them.
Mm-hmm. There are 2 bodies, though. Roll me an investigation.
I'm so bad at this.
Whoever is searching the body can roll me an investigation.
I'll look at
I'm
one.
going around picking up my my hammers
Yep.
across the field.
You can do that. You can recover
Do
all...
gnolls have pockets?
Do gnolls have pockets? Well, the question
That's
isn't...
the question Yursa is trying to find out right now.
I'm no better
Apparently
than
so is
Yursa,
Grinner.
so.
The question isn't whether or not gnolls have pockets. The question is whether or not Flynns have pockets.
Yes, but Flynns are from gnolls.
Okay,
so
13.
That's true.
If gnolls don't have pockets, it's highly unlikely that Flynns do. Yeah, Flynns have pockets.
So, with a 3 and a 4, you do discover the answer that Flynns are better dressed, have better armor, better gear, full, like, denim pants.
Oh, so they do have pockets.
Yep.
They got jeans.
That answer
Putting that in my notes. Flynns have pockets.
Mm-hmm. They have more pockets than are in a, high fashion woman's dress. Thank you for giving me that face, Lindy. But with a 13, Lynn, you can see that they don't have anything really valuable on them. They have kind of standard chainmail and breastplate, which you can definitely take. It's very identifiable as, belonging to worshippers of Yaganu.
It's probably really gross also.
It is kind of like that cross between, is it their blood that's on it, or is it blood that they painted it with? Definitely has a smell, and it's not just wet dog.
No, it's...
You will... both of them have their flails there, if you wish to take the demonic priest's flails.
These are...
that are wrapped around skulls that each flash different color... Well, were flashing different colored eyes as they struck through the air at you all. But, what you want to... There isn't really anything on them, per se.
Well, unfortunately, they don't seem to have anything of value on them. Yursa, can you smash these? And they'll point at the flails.
Is it safe to come out? Is it safe to come out now?
Oh, for the time being. Wait, before we leave,
wait.
we should wait.
Ven, are you asking my sister to try and break a magical item?
Yo, you want me to break something? Sorry, they have pockets.
Just some evil flails, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how safe it is to unceremoniously
You want to give it a go?
release demonic energy.
Well, as always, the
If we had the right protections, I'd be all for it.
no, you can stand outside or inside, and maybe reverse energy will work on it. We do not feel entirely comfortable just leaving them out here. Who knows who could find them.
We could always just put them in a bag for later if you want to.
Hmm.
But I would be happy to try to break them.
I'd be happy to put them in a bag and carry them until we find a proper place to destroy such demonic things.
We can always do a ritual later on, but for the time being, they are probably safer with us.
That's fair.
Break them later. Kicks the dirt a little.
You never
No,
get to have any fun.
I'm just not.
I'm an adult now. I'm a whole 116 years old and still don't get to break anything.
At that, Malin will allow the tiny hut to drop.
Mhm.
I'm assuming we're continuing on. We're not staying here, right? We're
Oh, of
Yes,
course not.
no.
Of course not. We are leaving at this exact moment.
Yeah, and I'm getting like my horse ready.
That was a very well done hut. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad. It's a spell that I've had apparently some recent a lot of use for the recent future. Michaela and I have been traveling for a goodly distance, and it has come in quite handy. I was a little bit hesitant about adding it to my spellbook as a ritual, but Master Karistan was correct that it is a vitally important spell.
On that, they are correct.
So you're still having Malin ride with Ven?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Cool. Then, what are we doing? How are we going? The field is yours, ladies and gentlemen. And others. They, them.
Still onto our main mission.
Working your way towards,
Yeah.
the
Location on the
Bluff
map.
Hills.
Mm-hmm.
And the map that shows this...
Caverns of Shadow, according to the map.
Yep. Caverns of Shadow. And anyone who wishes, as you make your way... First, I need somebody... to give me a... Who's leading? What's this...
I believe Ven was the better survivalist.
Mm-hmm.
Survival check. 16.
That's very good. With that 16, you can continue on. It's, like I said, it's 240 miles, so you can make a good, in theory, if no one had attacked you, you could make a good 100 miles in a day. 60 miles, really. 80 miles, really. But, so you make yourself a good 80 miles. There doesn't seem to be any further encounters as you make your way north towards the Bluff Mountains, crossing overland. You can see at this point that there's still that kind of open grassland and occasional crops of trees, not large forests, but occasional small band of hickory or oak. You get the also occasional, as you see in various places, that occasional stone wall that probably was a property border at some point, but you can't see anything else. There are a few farms out this way, mostly subsistence farmers, nothing really big, large trade or even hamlets this far out. But you make your way north, and you have time amongst yourselves on these horses as you make your way north.
If Irsa is not doing anything specific during this time, I would like to try to create a call and response sort of shanty between us on this long journey on these horses. So just back and forth with just what I'm sure will become sheer nonsense over the next 6 hours.
Okay.
More elaborate as we go.
Yeah, more
Yeah.
elaborate as we go.
First of all, I feel I need some roles here. First, I need is anyone attempting to not participate in this call and response shanty work song?
Yrsa will do it.
No
There
party
wasn't more
poopers here.
fighting. There was
Anyone else?
Of course.
Okay. Then I need all of you to make a performance check.
Oh,
And
so ready.
I will even roll for
What's this?
Malin. I will even roll for our dear friend Malin if he can do this performance.
I know how to perform.
Oh, he's
I don't have performance anxiety. I got a 15.
Such a good performer.
7. Oh.
I
Critical.
love this. Oh wait, it's whispering. I'm sorry, it's whispering rolls. Why is it's public? I'm sorry. It was whispering rolls. Malin rolled a 19.
Nice.
Nice.
Beautiful.
I
Still
am
doesn't beat my brother.
here for the harmonies coming out of Gunnar and Malin of the response portion of this in response to Civ's slightly off-key initiation of work songs. I think, at one point both Malin and Gunnar are going to overtake Civ, and it's in the 18 tons, right?
Mm-hmm.
That deep bass baritone 18 tons kind of echoes out across the plains here. There you see the occasional squirrel or small prey animal, but nothing large enough really seems to be taking any interest of you. It is this kind of balance of on-key and off-key that works really well for a large group of people. Also, I do love that both Yrsa and Gunnar rolled exceptionally well.
Must be in the family.
It must be in the family, but there's also this level of like, you two are the real nobles at the table.
Yeah, that's true.
So family, talent and training do work together.
They do. They sure do.
So there's a nice point at which there's a three-part harmony between Gunnar, Malin, and Yrsa, and then it kind of works really pleasantly to the ear. And then it does give you all a positive feeling. And you know what? Since I am a kind and benevolent GM, I will even give you all a point of inspiration for that.
Aw.
Oh.
As you all, feel some positive emotions and feelings that come out of this work song ride.
Great suggestion, BB. Great suggestion.
Could somebody roll me a D100?
Sure. 69.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Expect nothing
69.
less from Yrsa.
Thank you. Thank you. I do my best work.
Oh, I love you, Lindy. Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a gift.
It is indeed a gift. by the time daylight has fallen and it's becoming into night, you're still riding through these kind of lowland, mostly small farms, grasslands, occasional crops of trees. You realize that there is the remains of a barn kind of nearby enough, but it has definitely been abandoned, right? Like, it might have a roof on it, but that's probably about all it's got over just camping in the open for you all. But the day is getting longer. What would you like to do as night approaches?
Find a spot for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Malin would ask you, so where am I putting up this abode for us all?
We'll find a flat piece of ground.
With less rocks.
Can
to
somebody
kick.
roll me survival then?
I can attempt it, but I think Ven's going to be a lot better than us.
Yeah, I've got a +4. It's not bad.
Oh, there you go.
Go. Yeah, there you go.
23. I found the
Nice,
nicest
nice.
piece of ground to sleep in.
You did. You find some nice, like, grasses, not rocks. Malin will take 10 minutes.
And
half.
Nirsa just goes, where would I want to have activities? There. Boom. And that's how Yursa picks the spot to sleep.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. It is now canon. I am here for it all. As Malin will then take 10 minutes to cast another tiny hut for you all and your
Yay.
horses. Are you keeping up watches while in the tiny hut, or just...
Yeah. I'll take middle watch, because A, I'm an elf, and I only need 4 hours to sleep anyway. And B, that's usually the suckiest one.
To be honest, Ursa, you and I could just split it and let everybody else get a full.
That's also true. Let's do that. Yeah. Because we only need 4 hours of sleep each.
Yep.
Yeah. Done.
All right, so Gunnar, who's taking first watch, who's taking last watch?
I defer to my sister. She can have
Oh.
whichever she wishes.
I think it takes her a little while longer to wind down, so she'll take first watch. I don't see her as much of a morning person.
And Malin is gonna go to sleep right away. He's doing okay, but you know, he'd be a city boy. You know, he's gonna sleep real well, even though he's, you know, managed to get all the way out here. He's not what he usually does, so he's gonna go to sleep immediately. What about Ven and Civ?
I definitely take some time to look over the hammers that I used today and make sure to clean them off, maintain them, make sure they're all still good to use. And when we have our next meal, our dinner, I definitely am there with Ven, and I'm like, okay, imagine this. So we take the nuts and then we put the sauce on them, but we do it in like a bag, right? And then we shake them all together, and then we put the little spices on them, and then we have that.
Oh, a little bit of sugar in there too.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, that's good. I think I have a little bit of each in here, and like she'll just dig deep into the bag of holdings, like, and just pull out a bunch of like little like containers. It's like, how about these? These are good. Some
Ooh,
a little spicy. A little spicy.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's like Eartha's gonna love this one. Okay.
All right, just put them over the fire and just kind of like watch it. Just make sure it doesn't like burn, and then sleep.
Just keep moving it.
Just,
Okay. All right, is that good? That's good?
think so. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's
Okay. Okay.
All right, don't
It's like
wait a second. It's super super hot, so don't just give it time to cool, because otherwise it'll burn your tongue and you can't taste anything. No, 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 no. Like,
it's fine. It's fine.
we
Don't worry.
told you, rely on my wisdom, on our wisdom with this.
It's really good though. It's really good. My tongue's a little burnt, but it's really good. Definitely I recommend blowing on it a little bit before you try it, but very good.
Wait, we're still smoking.
And, why deny yourself the little things?
Yes, why didn't I be scorching tongue effect?
Look, it reminds you you're alive. All right.
And they'll reach into the satchel and kind of pick up like this fruit juice. Like try this. This should help. It's not gonna
I don't need
taste
to wait
great.
for this
It's
one.
not gonna taste it's not gonna taste great, but it'll help the burn if there's any sort of burning or.
All right. It's sour?
It is, yes, it is incredibly sour, but that just shows that it works.
I will say the tongue no longer hurts as much. So
Oh, don't swallow it also. It's a very. We're joking. We're joking. It's fine.
oh my gosh. Yeah, don't let anyone tell you you're not funny, Ben. It's like, and I'll look at Ursa and I'll be like, Ursa.
Yeah.
And then
Yes, try. What do you think?
I'll grab one of them and I'm gonna throw it at you.
Ooh.
Good catch.
That was real good. I love it when people put nuts in my mouth.
Wait, there's a Lindy counter. Hold on.
Here.
So, as Ven and Civ have finished with their messing around with nuts, then finally fade off to sleep, Gunnar, you also can fade into your meditation.
Mhm.
Ursa,
Yo, and me.
could you roll me?
I'd love to roll you something.
Yep, a couple things. First,
Sure.
I need a perception check, just, for reasons.
Yeah, makes sense. Perception 15.
15. The night is quiet.
Mm.
A couple, nocturnal. There's a badger, a few deer.
Oh.
Bobcat kind of makes its way once upon around and sniffs very judgingly at the tent, or not the tent, but the tiny hut and its magical dome. But you don't see anything that seems to be a threat, at least in the moment.
Cool. Also, could I have gotten a couple flint teeth?
Yeah.
Through
You
my
can have
pocket.
you can have any trophy off the flins that you wish.
Just my son wanted some teeth, so
That's fair. He did ask for
getting some
teeth.
So
He did ask for teeth, and
Cool.
you can get a couple canines.
yeah, I'm just jangling the teeth in my pocket.
Could you roll me a wisdom saving throw, please?
Oh no.
Sure can.
Oh no. What'd you?
17. That's shockingly good. And if I'm standing close to my brother, it's 19.
He has to be conscious for that, I
Okay.
believe.
Oh.
Like it does. I'm ruling he has to be conscious for that because it
That's
doesn't
fair.
apply. It doesn't
That's-
apply when somebody
that's
drops
fair.
to 0 hit points or when they are.
Yep. Nope. No, that's totally fair.
So,
He's in deep meditation right now.
Yeah. There, as you are in deep meditation, you start to dream. Not really dreaming. I mean, your
Me?
brother is in meditation. He's
Yes.
but you staring out you're not in meditation. You're aware,
Oh.
but you're still
Yeah.
there's
Daydreaming.
a haze, daydreaming.
Oh,
That kind of
okay. A daydream happens. Oh wow.
yeah, a daydream happens. Sorry, I should have I misspoke there.
It's all good.
And you feel the weapon that you've picked up.
Bone Daddy?
Yeah, Bone Daddy. It's real good, right? It's real popular. It
Yeah.
lights
he's all
shit
up.
on fire. It's
Yeah.
kills things real well.
Yeah.
You feel a sort of call,
Oh. Bone Daddy's calling me.
and it calls in this knowledge that you have that there is something else out there that calls to this axe and calls to
Oh,
you.
so something else is calling to Bone Daddy. Okay.
Yeah, but something that feels strong, powerful, a knowledge of this feeling of drums, this beat, this regimental beat.
Regimental Beats, name of my next album, by the way.
I'm fair for it. This kind of desire that you feel to subdue, to control, to use this weapon in merciless overthrow of your enemies. I have a very important question
It's like a
for
Tuesday.
Lindy.
Yeah.
Did you choose an alignment for Yrsa before you started this game?
That is a very good question. I had kind of bounced between. I didn't the first session because you gotta get a feel for a little bit more. But I think Yrsa is chaotic good because there's no way she's lawful. There is absolutely no way. And I also don't think she's chaotic neutral. Because while she enjoys a good murder, she's not just gonna go murder anybody. She still does good things. So, chaotic good is Yrsa's. Was Yrsa's alignment?
Was is the operative term here.
Oh, no.
Boy!
Was is indeed the operative term
Oh,
here.
no.
Yeah.
So you're going to shift one on each
Oh.
of those.
Boy. So
way?
instead of being chaotic good, I'm now neutral.
Super neutral.
Because if you shift from chaotic to less chaotic, you go neutral. So
Yeah, at this point you're neutral. You're true.
I'm true neutral.
Oh,
So true
no.
neutral. Oh wow. Okay.
At this point,
From chaotic, good. Oh boy, that's what you're gonna get. It's gonna be a different year. So when everyone wakes up in the morning,
there's a feeling that there is something out there in front of you, and as you kind of scanning this look, this field, this wide open space, you know where you need to go. You have this map. You know where these shadow caverns are on this map. But that's just a generic kind of drawing done by a half-elf wizard based on academic text and reports of what he believes he'd heard. Yrsa knows exactly where they're going.
boy, great! I'm gonna leave tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
And I do not in any way, shape, or form impose any way in which Yrsa chooses to interpret this, but the world feels more open to Yrsa. You feel a desire for that discord and conflict.
just so strange because I've moved from chaotic.
And fitness. I would like you to know that is important in this one.
And fitness.
Fitness.
I feel a desire for more Discord conflict and fitness. Okay.
Among other things, but yeah, we'll get there later. But
Oh,
yes,
boy.
those are the big ones at the moment.
Well, it's gonna be a great morning, let me tell you what. I wake up my brother at exactly shift change, which is
Yes.
probably not
Yes.
normal. I probably usually wake him up either a little early or a little late.
Yes,
I
a
wake him up
slightly
exactly.
more regimented ideology is kind of
Yeah.
in Yrsa.
Oh. Well, yes, I'm
Is there
very
time for
proud of
shift?
you. You did an excellent job.
Thank you. I know. And just go and I lean up against something. I imagine Yrsa, despite being an elf and meditating, I imagine the meditation usually looks pretty nice. Yrsa normally is like yeah, I'm meditating, like just whatever position is comfortable, but Yrsa actually is gonna like be a little less, a little bit more reserved in how she sits for her meditation this evening.
That's not natural.
Hey, I do need somebody to make me a roll though as you wake up.
Okay. What role?
That Constitution saving throw.
Oh, right.
Because well,
12.
technically it's dawn. It's when you wake up, right?
Yeah.
12. You're still okay.
I will start putting on my armor, which will take me like an hour of my watch.
Can you roll me a perception check?
Sure. 22.
22. Nothing's out there. Some bunnies. Early morning birds. See a couple, woodland creatures, but nothing of import or note. However, your bright, shiny new bauble is a little shinier at the moment.
I will be sure to stand facing away from everyone so I don't wake anybody up.
Yeah, it's not that level of radiating light.
Okay.
It's not like
Just grabs the moonlight a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just enough to bring your attention to it.
Well, as I'm making watch, I will have casual conversation with a god that may or may not be listening.
Fair. You're making casual conversation with your particular deity?
Yep, with Cord.
Anything in particular you're talking about, or just, the weather?
Kind of almost kind of like a Dear Diary kind of thing, but like you're talking to a friend. So it's just like, yeah, yesterday was kind of strange. Never seen Knowles that tall. Heard about him. That demonic energy was nasty. Appreciate your assistance. Just like that kind of thing.
Roll me a religion check. As you're chatting with your god.
9.
You're having a good chat.
Yep.
It's a good chat.
Some people might consider it irreverent because it's so casual, but that's just how he goes.
And the rest of your watch is fine. Nothing interesting.
I'll start the fire for breakfast.
I am up at exactly 4 hours of meditation. I'm usually a late meditationer, but not today. And then I immediately do calisthenics before breakfast.
What
I'll
are
give her some polite pointers on her form, being that Cord is basically a god of athletics.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, yeah. Go for that calisthenics.
Yep. It's not her usual morning routine. She's up and at 'em today.
Ven and Civ, what does your morning look like?
You can go first, Ben.
All right, I think it's a slight deviation from Ben's usual routine, but we did more or less. We did commune with our God in a way of keeping the road safe. Everyone's alive to keep journeying, and that we are thankful. So we took a rest, and they get up, and it's like, oh, thank you very much for starting the breakfast.
Yeah, of course.
Yesterday took a lot out of us than I initially thought. So thanks for taking the last watch.
Just made sense. So happy you got some good rest.
You look especially centered this morning. How was your time alone?
Oh, it was good. Chatted with a deity for a little bit.
Ah, cold.
Yes. He keeps my mind and body fit.
Well, you seem to be doing a good job of that yourself.
Thank you.
Glad of that.
Now, oddly enough, yours has decided to take an interest in such things rather than relying on her natural abilities. I don't know if I should be worried or proud.
That does seem unusual. Well, maybe your routine has caused her to change things up.
I would love to take credit for that, but I don't believe it for a second.
In my time, in our time, you know, near-death experience tend to make you evaluate things. Maybe that. It was
true.
a little closer than we would have liked. So
Much closer than we've encountered so far.
yeah. Glad none of us perished.
Agreed.
It's not fun, especially that way. If you don't mind us asking, did Colt have anything enlightening for you, or was it in the
No,
manner of just keeping in touch, that sort of thing?
probably. He did more listening than anything else.
Guys don't tend to. They tend to be a little secretive or cryptic about things.
Yeah. They tell us what we need to know when we need to know it.
Exactly. What good what good is it if our free will, if we can't use it, we have to
Correct.
rely on everything. Have to use that wisdom somehow.
Indeed.
What did you make this morning?
Oh, I just started the fire. I didn't start breakfast.
Oh, okay.
That is not my skill.
Would you like to learn?
I will observe.
Okay, we'll start these. We'll start with some eggs, some meat. See, I was gonna see. I'll give you some pointers here and there.
Okay.
On how long to keep it on? How do you like your eggs?
Usually just over medium.
Well, let's try something. Let's try. How about an omelet? Let's try that. I do
Okay.
have some cheese.
Ah,
Two things, and then some of that sauce that Sid brought. Although at the rate we are going, we're probably gonna run out fairly soon. But we'll make enough for everyone.
but will we enjoy it along the way?
Hmm. It is a little. It is quite caustic in its way, but I think it's get used to it and enjoy it. It does taste great.
That sounds like a plan to me.
Mm. Ben will start cooking, and we'll kind of give Gunnar a little like tips and stuff like that, like as far as like kind of step by step of what they're doing with it.
Appreciate that.
It's good to have this. It's good to know sort of skills to make the traveling a lot easier.
I imagine so.
Yeah, it's just dried meat and rations doesn't tend to make things enjoyable.
Not at all.
Mm. What do you think about this thing, this new little mission we have?
No, I think it's quite exciting.
Yes.
I mean, they are relics of the Schnei, and returning them home would be a boon to any of the noble families. Being able to be a part of it is quite the honor.
Yes, and keeping them out of other hands is probably also a good idea, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
Who knows what nefarious things other people could get up to with them?
And hoping that we don't see them too soon.
Very true.
Hopefully our friend keeps out of too many fights of without being in the safety of the hut as well.
Oh, yes. We shall keep him safe.
Getting out and see the world is one thing. Another thing is to get in constant fights if you're not used to them.
Indeed. The world is quite the chaotic place at times.
Yes. But that's what keeps it fun.
I would agree.
What have you collected for your sis boy? Anything good? Anything else new?
Nothing new, just the spoon so far. Most of the other stops we were at, I didn't find anything of note. I'm sure yours took some trophies from the Flynn, if not for her, for him, for Leaf to have.
I would. They are worshippers of an evil god. Most of the powers infused, and I would be reluctant to share any of that or keep any of that unless we absolutely have to. Speaking of that, would you help me with the flails?
Sure.
Use another hand with purifying these. And then we don't have to worry about them. We can just bury them and their darkness will no longer be an issue.
I am all for that.
Let's find a clearing spot. And I think what we'll do, what I think Ven is we want to use like dispel magic of a sort on it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me Arcana.
Okay. $20.
You should know that there isn't Arcana on this weapon.
Mm-hmm.
It is the way it is forged.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It is a tool that literally comes from the Hells, that is gifted to a Flind when they make their oaths as a high priest of Yaganu. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So you could dispel the magic on this,
Mm-hmm.
but you don't think that would actually do what you want. What you think you might need instead is something closer to like consecrate or something like that. That would be to counteract the effect of a hellish evil existence into, in this world.
Mm-hmm. Would prolonged exposure to radiant energy help, or would we need that amount of concentration?
So
I think what I'm proposing is sacred flaming, and until it's destroyed.
Sacred Flame would destroy the physical, but that wouldn't necessarily remove the taint of the Hells from whatever remains, right?
Okay.
You would need something like Consecrate or something like, Hallow, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's
Okay.
the other one that's a first level cleric spell. Hold on.
Is that ceremony?
Yes, Ceremony. That's the other one. You could probably do.
Okay, I can take that as one of mine for the day. We're gonna need to.
Yeah, it's like you're pretty sure you could do something with this. And that's a ritual spell, right? Ceremony.
Yes.
Yeah, ceremony, first level ritual spell. That's what it's the case. Like, and if you take the hour to do it, you can basically using what accounts for, either like the funeral rite aspect of it or the atonement aspect of it, and use that to kind of, if you destroy the physical object, that would also destroy the metaphysical taint on this plane of existence.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to take you an hour.
Okay. Yes. They
Civ.
are. It's a.
Oh,
yeah,
go right
sorry.
ahead.
I said they cook, so like we can take that time.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Well, we don't know that yet.
Nope. This is true. There is other effects to ceremony that might be relevant to certain people at the moment, but nobody knows that yet.
No.
Because they haven't done. Because no one else has done anything. Civ, what are you doing?
I am waking up. I am checking over my armor. It took quite a beating, so I'm just making sure that everything is where it should be, and reattaching anything that needs to be reattached. And I am doing some morning just limbering up because armor be heavy. So this is the perfect time to be kind of a little bit more lithe and flexible with my exercises and things I can't do after getting off a horse and such. So that's what I'm up to, doing some jumping jacks, doing some I forget what they're called, but like you go down, you do the push up, and you like stand up and like
Burpees?
jump or
Jeez.
whatever. Burpees,
Burpees.
yep, doing those.
Yep, I'd be doing those too.
Um,
I'd be doing them with you. Ugh, burpees, let's go.
And
Okay.
like I'm doing them, and I'm like, wow, that's hype. But I'm also like, why are we doing? I've asked you to do this before, and you've said no. So like
Every time.
like weird that now you're choosing this. And in fact, you seem to be oddly into it, which is even more chilling to me at this point. And I'll be like, "You're awfully chipper this morning. You started doing these before I did."
Yes, I just, I really wanted to increase my strength, I think, and my endurance and my dexterity and flexibility. I just really want to get more fit.
Why do you want to get more fit?
That's a good question. I feel a strong desire. Like, this is my new calling in life. Well, one of them.
What is your new calling? Getting fit?
Getting fucking shredded. Ripped. Beefy as hell.
Yeah, I'm sure a lot of
I
people
say
are
it
gonna
20
like
straight.
that, right?
You can go higher.
Go higher.
You can always go higher.
Higher reps. Higher weights.
Higher reps.
Uh, and as we keep going, I'll be like, "See, I've told you that this is a really good way to get very flexible. Something that I'm sure I know you really enjoy."
I do enjoy. I do have a, I do hate to normally admit it, but I do have a bit. I could improve my flexibility. It's my strength does exceed it slightly.
A little bit. It's like for all your extracurriculars.
Yes, yeah, I'd really like to improve my endurance as well.
Absolutely. And and if we do this every morning, then that's how it works out.
Yes, I could
Endurance,
see that. I
flexibility,
could see that.
strength.
I never really believed it, honestly, because I'm just so naturally gifted, um, in many ways.
Mm-hmm.
That I thought that the cardio I got with my extracurriculars would make up for. But now I think I want to try everything I can to improve it.
Add on to it.
Yeah, add on to it.
Extracurriculars plus.
Plus this.
Exactly.
It can only improve everything, right?
That's what I've been saying. That plus like the meals Ven makes for us
Ben
is
is a
just
very good cook.
it all comes together.
If
Yes,
Yursa
it is all
becomes a
coming
fitness
together.
bro, I am going to have her exercised.
Oh well, I've got
Yes, like-
great news for you.
And that
I hope there's meat with breakfast.
This morning,
Eggs.
Egg
whites.
Breakfast and calisthenics workout between the dwarf and the wonderful Yrsa. We're going to take our break for the evening as this continues, and when we come back, we'll find out what happens and we'll see where we go. But take this opportunity to stretch. You want to increase that flexibility, just like Yrsa, and bio, and get yourself some water, all of those good things. And we'll see you in a little bit, everybody. Bye.
Woo!
Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We hope you were refreshed, you stretched, you bioed, you did all of those great things as we are, I believe, getting back on the road. With a Malin is again taking down the hut. I assume you're still getting on horses. You're all
I'm
ready
leading.
to go.
Everybody has their omelets.
Yeah, we've already done our omelets, and I'm leading today.
Has Ursa ever led before?
Not usually. Maybe once or twice when it
Let's
was
see
like
where this goes.
And
Let's
not
see
in
by
sight.
choice.
You know, like the things
Into
in
battle,
sight.
yes.
Yes. Into battle,
I
yes.
have a question. Does
Probably not during travel.
does Ursa insist on herself leading?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
It says I'm leading today.
Okay. New experiences. Yep. All right. Go ahead, lead. Fine.
I will.
Be the head of the trail.
I go. I lead. So I know exactly where we're going. I know
That's the
exactly
wrong
where
way.
it is.
The wrong way.
You roll me
Yeah,
roll me survival with advantage.
God.
I would love to.
And because you know exactly where you're going, your DC is like 10.
21.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, you're fine.
Yursa doesn't even look at the map. I'm also going to put that out there. Yursa's like, I'm leading. I got this. It's that way. And it's just going to go.
Just for reference, how good is your sense of direction? Not
4. I have a 4 in survival. It's, you know, maybe better than average.
okay.
But it's not great.
Okay.
Yeah. So you are following Ursa. Ursa seems to know she is on the path. She guides her horse skillfully. There is no hesitation when you're traveling over land and you're making your way through. You look around and realize that she doesn't hesitate. There's no brief. She glances occasionally to kind of pinpoint herself and orient, even in the open grasslands, and she is competent, confident, moving with purpose and stride, feeling and radiating this new kind of internal strength. As you follow, and slowly the open plains pass into rolling hills and slightly larger hills, and you make your way into the bluff hills. I need everyone to roll me a perception check. I can't type, apparently.
Good rolls.
Good rolls. Let's see those rolls. We've got a 21, a 16, a 23, a 18. Civ, you get it. You see Ursa striding with purpose towards where she knows she needs to go. And as she does so, you can see her moving with confidence. She's going in the right direction. And there's this brief pause once you're into the hills, and it's by this point slightly after midday, like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Like it's 200
Lunchtime.
It's lunchtime. You've made very good time out of capital city of the Bandit Kingdoms, whose name I'm totally blanking on at the moment.
Rookers?
No, Rada. Good lord, where is it? And of course, that froze. First, let's close this because it's making me laugh. Anyways, you made your way out of the city. It's 240 miles from the city to these hills, and you've done it in 3 days. And part of that really is how on top of it Ursa is at where you're supposed to be going and where you are. But you're the one that sees, and it makes sense because, you know, dwarf. You see that cut in the rock face of this kind of hill and realize it's an opening before anybody else. It's just that slight level of distortion in the rock itself that's very obviously was created and intentionally made rather than a natural cavern of any sort. And it's just that innate knowledge that you have that kind of gives you that little bit of a heads up before Ursa and Ven and Gunnar can make their way to.
And as I see it, I'm like, oh, there it is. Over there. I saw it. Right over there. You see it? You see it? It's over there. See it?
Yes,
Roost.
yes.
The city is Rookroost. God, I couldn't even remember that.
That's the opening. I mean,
I
don't know
know
if it's
it
the
is.
opening, but it is an opening? You awfully confident today on navigation.
Well, I know where we're going.
Well, yeah, we have a map.
Yursa has not looked at the map once today. Not at all. Not at all. I don't need that to know where I'm going.
Should I do any Malin kind of, as you kind of approach this cutout, this opening, looks at it and realizes the horses will not fit through this
No,
space.
pony.
So Malin asks, should I stay with the horses, or would it be more beneficial for you all if I attended with you? I understand that there is some necessary benefit here, and there is some slight danger in attempting to achieve the object, but it should be fine. It's, you know, a mere burial site.
Because of Yursa's confidence, why don't we have you stay with the horses? You can put up a tiny hut again for extra protection if you wish.
All right, I will do so. Do you require anything else? I have, he kind of like pats himself. He's like, he's like, I have this. And he kind of offers you a basic healing potion, if that is to your help.
Why don't you hold on to it in case something goes wrong?
All right,
We're here to keep you alive.
Fine, fair. That's very fair.
Got this. Go in, grab the sword, get out.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that you would require of us of interest in there if we see it?
If you find any books are always to my liking. Any notations, any form of what's the word I'm looking for?
Old papers, got it.
Yeah, anything like that. Civ, quick question for you.
Yes.
How much dark vision do you have?
60 feet.
Cool. And the elves have 30, correct?
I've got slightly better because I've got the eagle eyes. Hold on.
Okay.
You can see up to mile with no difficulty, and dim light doesn't impose disadvantage on your perception checks. So I've got good dark vision. I've like almost superior dark vision, basically.
So you have what, 60 feet?
Yeah, 60 feet.
I also have 60 feet.
Okay, so then
60 feet with superior dim light
yeah.
looking.
That's
Then this time around does not. So they'll be using light.
Cool. We'll get to that in a minute. We'll get to that in a minute. And Civ and Irsa also has 60. All right. Cool.
And I think before we leave, Ven will be like, "Oh, before we, oh, forgotten that these might be of more use to you than us. Found it on those bandits that attacked you, and they'll hand the scrolls, like the spell scrolls, just in case something happens. You'll be more things to work with."
So, just out of curiosity, just for my own personal edification, just no reason whatsoever. No problems whatsoever. Oh, how are you entering this cave?
Okay.
Confidently, with power and with purpose.
Well, Yursa would, unless someone stops her.
I assume yours is still going to take the lead, being as
Yursa, she's got this. She's like, I know exactly where we need to go.
How long have we been traveling together again?
like 6 years.
Yeah, years at this point. Not quite a full decade yet, but close.
Ven maybe less, but still you all.
I mean, you can always roll insight.
Well, you know what? I'll roll insight.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think
Let me give you this roll.
Yeah, I don't think as much as I would love to, I don't think Ven, because I think Ven has very kind of like wishy-washy like feelings toward like personality change. So
Yeah.
like
Understandable.
it's just kind of like it's malleable over time. It's like I don't necessarily pick up drastic changes as unusual, because it's like, what is it?
Gunnar still remembers the time when Ursa was in her 30s.
Exactly what I was
to
hoping
try
for.
and be a pretty princess or whatever for a
Mhm.
week. And so he's like, I don't know. This could just be a phase.
This could just be a phase. Yursa has had a lot of phases. That seems very Yursa.
Yeah.
And, maybe she just woke up today and decided she was into calisthenics, Maybe the Flynns encouraged her to be more flexible. It was trying to dodge all those flails,
It's like, I've never known Irsa to be humble, and, she's not going to start now.
Not gonna start now. Nope.
So
I'm like,
this leads to my next question. As you make your way. Yursa's leading. Who's, following? What's the order here? Just
Gunnar will take the rear.
Gunnar takes the rear.
I can take second place. I'll take the spot behind
I'll
Irsa.
just take Bill.
Okay, Civ is blue. Ven is purple. Gunnar is green for reasons. And Irsa is red. And as you come into...
Oh, wait. Oh, there you go.
You should be able to see stuff, right?
Right. Oh, there we go.
I need to zoom
All the way
out.
at the
Very
bottom.
Oh,
of the
no.
map. You have to scroll
nope.
down.
Nope.
Oh.
Wait. How far down?
All the way to the bottom.
Oh, there is just like a white. Is it on the square?
Yeah, if you see this.
Oh no, I don't. I see the square. It's a big.
Do you
It's a
see,
big back
Oh,
square.
there we go.
Do you
It's
see the
down at the very bottom, maybe down here.
I can't.
Is
Like
Ven
spot
not
center.
holding a light?
I don't.
Oh yeah, you have to give in a light.
Oh yes, Ven has to have light. Sorry.
Okay, it is on the giant square. Okay, there we go. I was just like,
Yeah.
the map is the field of available space is very large. I'm like, is it off the map? It's at the very bottom.
No,
okay.
it's at the very bottom of the map. Okay, there you go.
Okay, there we go. Okay.
You did say that you have light, so you have a small light for there you go.
Yeah. Cool.
My apologies. We're working through this.
I usually have
everybody.
dark vision. This is unusual.
Yeah, I know.
You walk in without the light on, and you're like,
How many look, how many species don't have dark vision in 5th edition? What is it, 3?
Like a third of them, or maybe a quarter of them. It's not many.
Yeah. More species have it than others. Than don't. But Ursa, you are red, Civ is blue, Ven is purple, and Gunnar is green. As you enter into this long tunnel that descends some 20 feet descent into 20 feet, but the length of time is like a good 80 to 90 feet long. It's a natural cavern, but you can see portions where it's been not worked, but kind of expanded, right? You see a couple metal iron brackets that have been pushed into the rock, designed to hold torches, but are empty of such at the moment. The path is winding and serpentine at the moment, but the rock is stable. All of you roll me a nature.
I'm so good at this. I'm shockingly not bad at this. Oh my gosh, 15
I mean,
minus 1 is 14. Hey!
It kind of makes sense that Ursa is the one for which this is appropriate and honest. It is the moment as you kind of get in here and you smell. You're leading forward, you're going for... The air is not stagnant because the space hasn't been sealed, right? But there's a lack of use here. There's dust on the ground. You see
stillness.
There's a stillness. You see cobwebs. No giant spiders. You're not worrying about, man-eating giant spiders. But, the occasional small, like, wolf spider or house spider kind of thing. After you've descended down, you don't even see any, like, large rodents down here. There's just a lack of care. But there had been a point when this wasn't so. And it's many, many years, perhaps even centuries at this point, that this space has been used for anything really living. In any definition of that term, right? Like, we're not even talking about, like, you haven't seen any burrows of large animals taking over the space. You don't see any evidence that, like, bears have been using this as a kind of hibernation space or cavern or for any reason. It's just a long descending tunnel. And what would you like to do?
Start going forward. Keeping my eyes and wits about me because I know it's in here. But there's probably stuff between me and it. So just keeping my eyes out. Stoop.
Yep.
Doop.
And what are the rest of you doing as you make your way through this tunnel? Kind of winds around. As Yrsa is getting further and further away from you.
Well, we're following along.
Following, yeah.
Following, yeah.
Yep, in our like little order.
We will trust in Yrsa.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good call.
From
After-
5
I
feet.
mean, we'll figure it out.
After a good, like, 20 minutes after the tunnel finally hits bottom and you kind of snake around, it's no longer descending and it's kind of level. You come to a fork in the road. You could go right or you could go left.
Which way do I feel drawn towards? I've got my axe out. Like, I'm ready to fight if anything comes up. Which way do I feel like a divining rod? Which way?
I love this. I love the fact that you're using your giant fucking axe as a divining rod.
Hell yeah, let's go.
Roll me a religion with advantage.
Okay. This is terrible. Religion with advantage. R. There it is. 12.
So it's hard. Because you feel called... Two different
Deeper.
things call to you at this moment.
Oh no.
but both call strongly, and you know that they're both related.
Mhm.
They're equal. They're favored, but they are. You know that the sword is here. That is something that you should be focused on. But there are other things
Oh,
tied
great.
to this night, bright, shiny new axe that are also calling to you.
Oh, okay.
So you could go right or you could go left. Both will bring you to glory and bring you
Excellent.
things that you desire.
Oh, great.
It's which way you wanted to go.
Yrsa will just do this. You'd see Yrsa pause for the first time all day and like hold the axe like this.
Which
then
way
go-
is the sword?
Goes, well, either way we go, it's going to be great.
Yeah, but which way is the sword?
Can't get
I
a
think
beat on
you-
it.
It's
I think
hard
you need
to
the
tell.
other sword to connect to that one. I don't think just any weapon will just like do the weird Bluetooth connectivity thing.
Yrsa's kind of oddly attached to weapons. I don't
Look,
explain
it doesn't matter which way we go because the sword's in one direction and great things are in the other direction. Glorious things. So,
Go left then.
yep, I was about to say roll a coin. But yeah, left, okay, and just whoop.
So as you
Start going
start to
left.
proceed left, the walls have changed. They're no longer mostly natural. They've become very obviously worked. It's a long, squared off tunnel. You see extending down the hallway. You see a number of rooms and doors off of this tunnel, and you begin to see very obvious evidence of combat. Extensive combat. There are large amounts of dead bodies.
Nice. How fresh? How old?
Very, very dead. We're talking bones.
Very old. Oh well. Well,
Rema-
bones are exciting.
Bones can be exciting. There are a number of like grooves of weapons across the ground. You see shattered. You can just make out from your 60 feet a door that has, you can at the end of this long hallway, there is no light in here. There is no natural light. The only light you have is your dark vision and Ven, sorry, with the small amount of light that Ven is off-putting. And you can see at the end of this long hallway a double door that has been battered and slashed and shoved inwards. I wouldn't even make you roll for it. You, Yrsa, everybody here has seen a door that had been braced and bolted and barred, knocked in by full damage, right? Like somebody was behind that door and trying to defend themselves, and just whatever came through overwhelmed it and destroyed it. But there are you can see a number of doorways along your left-hand side as you look down this hallway, and one more doorway to your right-hand side.
Mm-hmm. Lots of doorways. It's pretty exciting.
The doorways?
Don't forget to clear the doorways as we go so we don't get jumped from behind.
Yes. Check with door number 1.
It looks
Behind
like
door number 1.
It's a simple, rather Spartan kind of like dormitory room. The doors in here, like this door has been busted open as well. You see a crushed remains of a rib cage, a pallet on the floor, a small like box that looks like, like little stool and space. Ursa maybe not, but Ven or Gunnar could roll me history.
I go crushed rib cage, and I go
Roll history.
we're just identifying cause of obvious death.
Yeah, the
Crushed ribcage next.
All right, so Lynn and Chris, or sorry,
Yes.
Gunnar and Ven. These look like, and both of you are kind of recognize this kind of simultaneously. Gunnar first because you're slightly in front of Ven, is what you were saying, I believe.
Yeah,
Or in
other way
back. I
around.
think it's just
Other-
like I think it's the amount of like Gunnar can see better.
Gunnar can see better. I'm sorry. My bad. Flip flop that. Ven sees it, but it's a little bit dark, particularly if you're looking in the doorway. But Gunnar has better dark vision, so he can see it better. These look like dormitory cells for like clerics or some sort of priestly order of some sort. You see a number of other, that kind of low level, very simple, very uniform room, sleeping pallet, chair, what looks like would have held a candle at some point, probably for reading or contemplation, and a small nook that should have held some sort of religious icon, right? These are priestly rooms of some sort.
Were there bodies?
Oh yeah, all of them are skeletal,
Yeah.
fully decomposed.
Mm-hmm.
You see a number of them that look like, in a couple of them, as Yursa is reported, first off, crushed rib cage, in a couple of them have what looks like the remains of very homespun robes on. A couple of them seem to be, but a few others seem to be wearing armor of some sort. The time and degradation has just kind of gotten to it. You can't make it out, Ven, but Gunnar, you kind of recognize the make. It's much more antique, but it's similar in styling to stuff that you saw growing up amongst the various tribes in, the Frost Barbarians, the Ice Barbarians. You couldn't say which one in distinct at this point. They're very antique looking, but it's like...
We're on the right path. These are our brethren.
What do you do?
Next room.
As you make your way down, you realize that this also is just like that same kind of setup. Dead bodies, crushed door.
Shattered pelvis. I'm gonna go to the next one.
The next one has a guy pinned to the far wall. You can still see the large spear that's holding the vertebrae through the rib cage intact against the stone wall.
Human pincushion.
Yeah, basically.
Gunnar will lag a little bit behind, doing a quick little like words for the dead kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
As he passes each one of them, asking for if there's any lingering harm or trauma that they peacefully move on to greater battlefields.
I have a question I need an answer to. I believe you have a thing.
I may. I will not admit anything at this stage, but I may have a thing.
Oh, you don't have it.
So I don't have that thing.
Well, no, I think you're supposed to.
What thing?
Oh, no, it's a spell now. Never mind.
Gotcha.
Sorry, it's a spell now and no longer an ability. 5th edition, making you work for things. But as you make your way through and you make that prayer, go ahead and roll me religion.
Sure. 21.
21. As you're looking through these, like, dormitory cell doors, right? Religious cell doors, you kind of recognize, you start to see some iconography. In the second one down or the third one down that you get to, you know, the little alcove that was that holds an icon for the god for each of these young clerics and priests. You recognize, still has one of the figures there.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fan of weapons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a very, very iconic image. It's kind of like a fist holding 6 red arrows into a fan shape. You recognize that image, particularly because of who your patron deity is.
Yeah, for sure.
Your patron deity is Cord.
Mm-hmm.
This is the symbol of Hextor.
Yeah. Asshole.
I don't know why you would say that. I mean, he's just a god of war, discord, massacres, conflict, tyranny, fitness.
Yeah. He's the douchebag in the fitness bro.
Mm-hmm. Who happens to have 6 arms. But, but as you look around, you also, and you're making this prayer, then, could you roll me an awareness?
Perception or
Perception, sorry, wow.
no problem. No worries. No worries. I am also the similar thing.
I told you I was stuck in Witcher.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty good. That's the only one I made.
26.
26. Hey, Ven.
Mm-hmm.
You know that prickle on the back of your neck?
Mm-hmm.
The one that makes you want to just channel your god and say, not today.
Mm-hmm.
There's something in front of you that's basically making you say, ooh, dead here ain't happy.
I think in their head, in Gunners, especially, the dead don't sleep quietly here.
Right.
Civ, what you doing?
I am like a little skeeved up by all the weirdness that we're walking through, but for the most part, I'm just following Irsa. Just following, and just trying to see where we're going.
Irsa.
Next room.
As you make your way down the hall, again, the door is busted in. You see what looks like a fighter of some sort. There's leather armor. Has been kind of, the neck doesn't go in that position, and neither do the hips. So somebody did something with that was a little aggressive.
Nice.
And violent. You now see that there is a door to your right, one more door to your left, and the busted open double doors in front of you.
All right, well, we don't want anything behind us, so we'll clear to the right next.
This door is larger.
Oh.
It is smashed open, bodies, ruined weapons, furnitures, busted barrels, large crates and chests damaged all over the place, smashed glass. However, this door is not empty.
Oh.
And somebody wants to come play with you.
Yay.
Hey, Ursa. Hey,
Yeah.
Ursa.
Yeah.
Hey, Ursa.
Yeah. Nice.
I would like you to hold on a sec. I need to be nicer. I need to do the thing. I need to change the As you look up, you realize that there are a couple not so happy undead who would like to come play with you.
All right. I'll oblige them.
And they get to go first because you guys were not quiet coming in.
Yep.
But these are just, your general basic zombies. So they're just going to reach out and try and smash you. And they both get 2 attacks because reasons. For a 7 and a 15.
Neither will hit.
And then the second guy is going to take a 19 and a 5. So
19 will hit.
19 for 4 bludgeoning damage. So you just kind of reach out and come forward to try and hit you in the face as you make your way in.
Not the face.
Mhm.
I'm gonna hit him back.
Go right ahead.
Okay. Since it's just 2 of them, I don't think. And I'm not as chaotic. I don't think I'm gonna go into a rage for this. I'm just gonna. Yesterday's Yursa would have blown a rage on this. Today's Yursa is like, nope, we're just gonna use old up Bone Daddy. The old 1,
that's gonna
2,
hit.
16, and a 15.
Yes. Hold on. I just closed that, and that was stupid of me.
Instead of the normal, like, yeah, you just hear, aha!
Are you focus firing, or are you going for
Focus
one
firing.
Okay. So the first guy.
And I'll try to move into the room a little bit too to give Sif an open to throw her hammers.
Yep. So the first guy that you kind of come at is just straight up. He's gone. He's straight up gone. He's what does it look like when you kill him?
Oh, I think just going for the classic. It's like a slash across the chest and on the back swing with this axe. It just takes off the head. It's pretty safe. Undead move is beheading.
Beheading is always the what
classic for a reason.
There are very few things that survive cutting the head off.
Yep.
Civ, because you're next up. You're right there. What would you like to do?
I see Irsa. I hear what I'm assuming is some sort of moaning.
Yes. And you definitely would have heard the.
And then they're almost excited, like, ooh, as Irsa went in on them. So I will move up. I'll see what the situation is up ahead. And I will take out my hammers and I will boop, boop, boop at them.
Okay, so
or it, or the one.
So Irsa moved into the room. One of them.
Yes. Whoa! I couldn't move myself, so that's exciting.
Okay, you couldn't. I'm sorry.
No, I haven't been able to see in any of these rooms. So.
Oh.
I've just been stopping at the doorways.
Oh yeah.
Are the doors marked as closed?
Yes, they're marked. They're probably marked as closed.
That's probably why.
What the heck is this new technology? What?
It's dynamic lighting. It's fun.
Yeah. I will also maybe move into this room if I have room, but
yes, you can.
I
It's
will.
big enough to do that.
Will do. I cannot do it myself, but I will throw my. There we go. I will throw it at this dude. I'll be like, "Wow, ooh, icky," and I.
Just like
they're
that.
They're in range. I'll just hit them with. I can't throw any. I mean, I guess I could throw them, but I'm not gonna. I'll
Just
just
hit 'em.
melee them.
Yep.
Wow. Ooh.
Yeah,
icky.
25 is gonna hit, and the 10, and the 18. All 3 of those will hit.
Oh. Poor guy. That's gonna be
He dead.
25 damage.
If you do enough damage to
I'll
the
be like-
skull, it is also another opportunity.
Yep.
He's gone as you have cleared this room. It is mostly just broken, like, it looks like a, storeroom of some sort.
I'm gonna take
Bones.
a couple of the rotten teeth.
Fair. You can take rotten teeth.
Zombie teeth.
Taking some zombie teeth.
Yeah.
Zombie, you
I'm
now
just
have
gonna
flint. You
leave
now
you to
have
that.
flint canines and zombie teeth.
And orc teeth.
And orc teeth. This is correct. You are collecting a bunch of teeth for your son. Oh, I think I
He's
know
gonna
what
be
happened.
so happy.
All right. So there's now a big, large, busted door in front of you. if you wish, I know what happened. I'm sorry. I'll fix it later.
It's okay. I'm just like,
Fine.
Let me know when you
Door.
wish to go through. Let me know when you wish to go through a room, because I think what happened is I built the dynamic lighting in such a way that it didn't account for the door, and then I put the door on top of it, and that's my fault.
yeah, you gotta leave
Ah.
gaps for the doors and put the doors in.
Yeah, I think that's what
So-
I was doing it for the other spaces, but these were very rectangle, so I did the very rectangle space, and then
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
that's
all
what
good.
happened. That's my
I'll
fault.
just look into the next room. I'm
It
just
is a
doing my
very
thing.
large hall that you can see.
Hold on, this door?
That one? No, that one's just another cell.
Okay, no, we're dead bodies. I just had to make sure because I said I was clearing everything, and
Oh,
then
okay,
I'll
yeah,
wait
sorry,
at
sorry,
the door for my brother and Ven to finish their more detailed investigations.
Yep.
And I wait somewhat patiently.
You're waiting patiently.
Yeah.
Ven and Gunnar, what you doing?
Same as before, up until I get there, and then realizing that Yrsa's waiting patiently, there'll be a cold chill that goes down my spine, and then we'll keep moving forward.
Cool. Ven.
Yep. Just wait for Yrsa to go forth.
Cool. So as you go forth, you can enter, Yrsa, as you enter the room, you
Yep.
can even see through the door because the door is busted all to hell.
Awesome zombies.
Large amounts of them. And they are in various dress of
I can't go through.
the various dress
There you
of
go. Almost.
no, I had you in there.
No, I'm not in there.
You don't want to be in there?
No, said I'm not in there.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. Sorry. I thought you said you can't go through.
I can't go through. I can't. Like the token won't go.
Yeah, but I put the token in.
No, no. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. I thought it was like it kept moving back. That was weird. Anyways, so you can see a bunch of them in various dress of various obvious clerics, but you also see ones that have armor, and Gunnar, you would see again that large symbol of Hector on the armor itself.
Tell them to rest in peace as you kill them.
Rest in pieces. Got it.
Yep. But give them no quarter.
It is strewn with also the remains that are not there. But it's your turn. What would you like to do? How would you like to... I would just need you all to roll me an initiative. That's all.
Okay. Yeah. See what?
I think I fixed my
Do we want to
initiative
wait till you
roll.
have the order up?
Nope.
Oh,
Oh, hold on. Let me bring the turn order. Let me
Oh, Flint.
remove all turns. Don't forget to click your token before you roll your initiative.
Okay, that's about right.
They're going on an 8. Great. Cool. That means Civ, you're up first.
I am going to hit this guy in front of me.
Yep.
Boop. 27.
Yes.
For 6. Oof. 91.
Mm-hmm.
And then a 26 for 7.
He is not happy, but he's still there trying to reach out and hug you in a not nice manner.
Nope.
Uh,
And that's my turn.
Gunnar.
Gunnar will move, if I can. Hold on.
You
He's
should
going
be.
to move up without pulling
Yeah.
attack of opportunity,
Mhm.
and then strike the guy that he's moving past.
Sure. Yep.
21 to hit, 11 points of damage.
He dead.
I'll use more of my movement Yeah, more of my movement to take a 5-foot step forward and punch the next guy. 18.
Hold on a sec. I have to fix one thing. I just made a silly mistake. My bad.
Okay, no problem.
18 is gonna hit. Yes.
For 8 more points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And he will then. Actually, I'm not gonna do anything else. That's it for now.
Okay. Which one did you hit? The one in front of you?
One right in front. Yep.
Cool. Cool. He's still there and goes at you. Yursa. There are a whole
Well, run
bunch
up.
of there are a whole bunch of nice people in front of you.
Very great. I'm gonna run up.
Mhm.
I'm gonna give L1 2.
Mm-hmm.
Does Yursa get? No, I don't think Yursa does. I don't think Yursa gets excited quite yet.
Yep.
13 and a 21.
Both are gonna hit.
Boom, 9 and 9. That's
Which
rolled
one?
a 2 twice. Let's just do the closest one to.
Yep.
To the
It's still hanging on, and you can kind of like you've shorn off an arm. You've
Yeah.
shorn off some of the what are the like a leather armor at this point, but it's so degraded it doesn't provide any protection. You know, undead. I do need Ursa to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, okay, I can do that. I am within 10 feet of my brother, so that's
Yep.
good.
You are within 10 feet of your brother.
Not 20, 24.
Nice.
You're good. You're fine.
I'm good, and I'm not even raging, which this might seem a little weirder to Yursen because this is the first time she's had to make a wisdom saving throw with, well, not
Mhm.
raging. So it's gonna be like, weird,
Mhm.
weird feeling.
Mhm.
Doesn't notice it when I'm raging,
No.
but now it's
Cool.
like, wait a sec.
Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
No.
Cool. Then.
All right. We will cast Sacred Flame on this one right here.
Yes.
And let's make a dex save.
Dex save. 16.
Zombies are renowned.
16
at
does not
dex.
make it.
He rolled an. I want everyone to know he rolled an 18.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So roll your damage.
19 radiant damage.
He go bye-bye. He did.
This one, all right.
Mhm.
All right. And I'll just go here, and then that'll be my turn.
Zombie turn. Zombie turn. So first of all, this guy is gonna go. I'm moving him out of the way, but he's the token that technically is tied to the tracker, and I don't feel like dealing with that. This guy is gonna come up. This guy is gonna come up next to his buddy. And closer. Closer. So it's gonna be 2 attacks on Yursa, 1 on Ven, 3 on Gunnar, and 1 on Civ. So let's do Gunnar first. The first 3 attacks, or 6 actually, because they are fun. 1, 2. Neither of those. That first guy isn't gonna hit you. 1,
Nope.
2. That's not gonna hit you. 1, 2. And the 20 doesn't hit Gunnar either. 2 attacks on Yursa. 1. 22 is gonna hit.
Yep.
For 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
And an 18
Yes.
is gonna hit for another 4 bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
And then 1 attack on Ven for an 18.
Okay. Yep.
For 4 bludgeoning. And then 1 attack on Civ for an 18. I'm rolling lots of 18s tonight.
Does not hit.
Cool. That brings us back to the top of the round. Civ, you have a new friend who would like to reach out and touch you in a not nice way. More in a I would like to knock your head off kind of way, but, you know, zombie. Can't really think.
I'm gonna go back in and I'm gonna melee him. And this time I said no. For 21.
He's dead. He go bye-bye.
When will you learn?
You crushed his skull. Are you doing anything else on your turn?
I'll move forward to go help Green Dot. And that'll be my turn?
Good. All right.
There.
That's good, because it's Gunnar's turn.
I'll start by punching the one in the front, or in front of me, or to the north.
Yep. That you've
That's
already
where I was starting.
beat up before.
Crit.
Yep.
I don't think I have this set to do criticals. Hold on a second.
It should be default if you just click it. Oh no, you have another thing for crits. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't have that part set up. Ha! I rolled minimum
Oh no.
on all of it.
Yep.
So
He's-
8 points of damage.
Still there.
I'll hit it again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like using anything fancy. Oh, and I miss. I guess I won't hit it again.
No, unfortunately you do. You just kind of, it's that level of like, you're going for a hit and it's just that lateral bob down and it's
Mhm.
not even intentional dodge or attempting to get out of the way. It's just inability to stay upright at the wrong time for you.
Yep.
Anything
just
else you'd
shrug.
like to do on your turn?
No, these guys really aren't worth it.
That's fair. Irsa.
Attack this one that's on Ben for my first attack.
Mhm.
Whew.
Yep.
17.
Yep, still there, but definitely feeling it.
And I'll hit one more time then.
Yep,
For 8.
Gonzo.
Gonzo's. Another head gone.
How is Irsa feeling about taking all of these heads?
Pretty good, but I'm not raging, so you know, it's like a calm satisfaction. It's like a little like yeah, but like not as excitable as she normally is. There's a satisfaction there though.
Sometimes you do get satisfaction.
Sometimes you do.
Anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'll just turn to face the other two zombies. Now that no one's bothering Ben.
Then.
Vent will Sacred Flame this one right here, the one to the left and the one in front of Ursa.
Dex save. For
Nope.
10.
11 radiant damage.
Oof. He
And
is showy and glowy and burning.
Yep. And that is it.
Cool. It the zombie turn. So that's 2 attacks on Ven. Or Ursa, excuse me. Sorry. 1 and 2 for a 16 and a 19.
The 19 will hit.
For 4 more bludgeoning damage. 2 attacks on Gunnar. 1 and 2, neither of which are gonna hit. And 1 attack on Civ,
Oh.
but he just kind of falls, thinking, he swings out thinking that you should be the same height as everybody else that he's ever engaged with, in which case, as an undead, which is, you know, human height, or elf height, depending on what you're saying, but you are not. And he misjudges and just kind of falls over in his own attempt to slam you.
Just go, wow. Even in death, huh?
The disrespect.
It's your turn.
The disrespect.
So it's like swings like a full head height above where you are. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
It's like, I'll show you.
Yep, your turn.
God, shit. Got him.
Dude,
Yeah, all of those are gonna hit.
Oh, man.
Just counting down. 987.
24.
Bum, bum.
Oh, he dead. He dead. He go bye-bye.
That's what you get. You specious fuck.
I don't know that it's specious, it's just like heightist. Right, because there's very obvious blend of species in here, just no one less than human height. Or elf height. or kite.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
it's the tall race problem versus the
Mhm.
small race problem.
Exactly.
Gunnar,
Still mad about it.
All right, we swing again.
cool. Gonna hit.
14.
Yep.
Okay. 10 points.
They dead.
Okay. Um, I'll go ahead and hit the other one that I'm engaged with then.
Yep. That'll definitely hit.
12 points.
He's still bobbing as from your hit and just kind of like take it but moving his head around, but he is still there. Irsa. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Gunnar, was there anything else you wanted to do on your turn? My apologies.
No, not wasting any other resources on these.
Irsa.
Wow, wow, wow.
Yep.
We'll
which
one
one is it?
to. I'll give one for each this time.
Okay.
15
First one goes
and
bye-bye.
15.
And second one, still there. Hello. There we go. Second one
Yep.
is still there.
I just feel like one big for both of them.
Yeah, there's kind of like and then on the second portion of the strike, there's just not enough follow through to finish
Yeah.
severing the head. So it's kind
Yep,
of
yep.
cockeyed, but still upright.
Yeah, so he's a little hanging on still. A really strong spine. He drank his milk.
Exactly. Then
All right, let's see if we can finish this one off with Sacred Flame, Fire, Holy Fire. Finds this one. Hopefully.
oh, he has to make a dex save, right? Sorry.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
so
boy.
that one,
16 points of radiant damage.
he goes
Nice.
up like a Roman candle.
All right. Just kind of.
Bye bye.
All right, that's it.
And the last zombie is gonna try and hit Civ because it's distracted. For 10, it's not gonna hit.
Nope, nothing.
Civ, you're up.
I'm gonna swing on him.
Swing on him. Yes. 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 He dead. There
Bye-bye.
You can see as you look around that there are still a number of remains in here. Large portions. It looks like a pitched battle was fought in here, even before you all got here. The pillars themselves have score marks from swords and hatchets and battle axes. There's blood stains, old blood stains that you can still see on the ground. That level of lots of people died here, and level of blood. But you also see where these were raised as the battle was going on. What would you like to do?
I'm going to say a little prayer for him before we move on.
You're gonna say a little prayer for the dead?
Yep.
Cool.
I don't know that it'll do any good, but I'll, again, like before, ask that their pain and trauma be relieved so they may move on to greater fields of battle.
Respectable.
If you need a religion check, there it is. If not, ignore it.
No, I was about to ask you for it. 17, that's good. Thank you. What are you doing now? You have a door to your in front of there's a large open wall, and there's a door on the right and a door on the left, both on the same northern wall as you look up.
Which direction do you feel pulled, Ursa?
Yep, I'm doing the axe divining rod again.
The problem is that the axe divining rod is telling you to go north. Northeast. I should be more accurate.
Yeah, it's hard to say. North, northeast. Let's pick this one. We left last time. Let's go right.
Okay.
This door is not open. It's locked.
Okay, what about this one? If it's locked, I'm like, And I'm just gonna check the other one. Let's see if the other one's locked.
The other one is not locked. It is open. You can actually walk
Well,
in.
this one's unlocked.
You can walk
Okay.
in. Sorry. Wait, did you
Oh,
move yourself?
funny.
Did you move yourself?
I was seeing if I could move in, and then I saw like a snippet. So basically, we both just had the token clicked at the same time.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
All right, so you can go in. This
small room.
Yeah. Strewn with skeletal forms, decayed armor, weapons. The door to the north in front of you is open. It's more ornate. It's carved. Again, you see
Ooh.
this large fan of blood red arrows. Intricately carved and what probably would have been painted at some point and even gilded into the door of this in front of you. There's a detritus here of many bodies.
Nice.
There, and I'm telling you this full up. You walk, and even attempting to be quiet, you're going to step on a bone somewhere. That's just how many bodies are
That's
here.
fine.
Yeah, it's
Not squeamish.
crunches beneath your feet.
Like kind of like crunchy leaves in the fall. Just crunch a little, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Again, large number of dead bodies here.
Lots of bodies. Fancy door with that symbol that you don't like, Gunner.
Extorians. They're dishonorable.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
You making your way forward?
Oh no, I was just kind of just crunching in a little circle like kid in
Oh,
autumn
roll me,
leaves.
roll me a perception.
I
As
would
you
love to.
crunching things.
Yeah. 23. Crunch, crunch, crunch.
As you crunch a few things, you will crunch onto some things that tink.
Ooh. Crunch, crunch, tink.
So you start sorting through the amounts of bones that you can
I'll
have.
just use my boot to like sift my last footstep away.
You find a intact kind of like small chest of coin.
Ooh.
Probably somebody was trying to shift it in the pitch of the battle, trying to save it for, the priests that were here were trying to get things that they could out, or the raiders, these barbarian raiders were trying to take that chest with them. You're not sure, but it is a small chest of coins. You can hear them rattling in there.
I don't know. Cool. Open bag of holding. Whoop.
You will also find a number of other items that are still intact, that haven't been worn by time. You don't, like, most of the armor and weapons in here.
Oh, so basically magical stuff, because magical items won't get worn by time. Yeah, okay, cool.
You find 2 daggers, a short sword, a shield, and a quiver with 12 arrows in it.
Found some magical weapons, too.
Can I get Gunnar and Ven to roll me a perception?
$27.
This time it's Ven. Ven. The weapons that Irsa are holding radiate evil.
Look at this one. It's holding up like a fish.
You're supposed to put those down. It's like the tone that Ven has is very serious. Like it's.
Oh, wait, no,
They're
I'm
usually-
neutral now. I'm neutral. I don't want to. I can't. If I was good, I would have, but yeah. I'm
You're
sorry.
those are
I'm so
harmful.
sorry.
This is like you're so.
Yes, they're weapons. Of course they're harmful.
In the best like you're so. Put those down,
You could say please.
please.
Okay. Then I put them down.
Those weapons radiate evil and evil.
All of them?
All of them.
Well, I might have a chest of evil coins in my bag too. But you can look at those later.
Wait, are
I
you
don't.
serious, or is that a pickup line?
That would be a good pickup line. No, I just found a chest of coins. I just rattled around. It's not
Okay.
like money.
I couldn't
Threw it in my
tell by
bag.
your inflection. It was a little strange.
No. No, Vince turned me down every time. So
Oh, fair enough.
The money is not tainted, but these weapons. I think just to know that they're kind of there, then this might enlighten them into what they're. I think Ven will try and identify what they are, or one of them.
Cool. Are you ritually casting?
It's a little. There's a. I think. Has never really like done that before, so I think they're a little like rattled by that.
yeah, yours never
And I
has.
think patience
But
is
yours
maybe
is
not.
able to put them down and just
Yeah,
walk
I know.
away.
It's just like
I just
it's
go
like
crunch, crunch, crunch to the other side
I
of the
don't
room.
think
like a
I don't
pouty
think Ven
kid.
has had to take out the like the teacher voice in like a long time. That sort of like.
Yeah.
But like I think just so we're not waiting and trying people's patience, just cast it. I'll cast it at first level.
So you're casting on the items that you just put down?
Yeah.
So all of those, the daggers, the short sword, the shield, are +1 weapons and shield, but they are all specifically made for dedicated fighter priests of Hextor.
Mm-hmm.
And are imbued with, if one had protection from good and evil, or even, detect good and evil anymore.
Yeah.
That they are imbued with additional damage that might happen to a person of a good alignment.
Mm-hmm.
Because, Hextor.
Okay.
But it's faint. They're centuries old at this point,
Mm-hmm.
and haven't been used or touched since then.
Yeah. They'll look at Gunnarns. Looks like we're gonna need your help with more purifying on these. As you can probably guess, these have Hextor's power on them.
That's fine. I'll pick them up and put them in my bag of holding.
Mm-hmm. You can do that.
And
Thank you.
Mutter basically, don't fuck with me. I don't have the patience for you right now, as he puts each one in there.
Roll me an intimidation check. Just because.
I don't know that that's going to be successful, but we will give it a shot.
I just want to see. I mean, you are trying to intimidate inanimate objects. It sounds
16.
good.
It's mostly him blustering at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Civ, what you doing as this goes down?
Wait impatiently for us to move forward. Just like humming to myself. As I wait there, watching everything go down.
Irsa,
Yes.
what you doing?
Just crunching.
Okay.
Until they're done with whatever they're doing. Just crunch, crunch, crunch. Again, like a 4-year-old with a leaf pile, but it's a 116-year-old with a bone pile.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah, basically the same thing. Just crunching. And then once they seem to be done, like, are we going to go through? You want to go through this door or
There's
the
only one door
locked
to your
door?
north.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, or the locked door from the other room?
Might as well finish the direction we're headed, right?
Yeah.
Oh right.
I think Ven will take a look at the door. Is this like the sort of door that has is it possible to kind of finesse this thing open?
It's already open.
Oh no! Wait. Oh, that one. Never mind. Sorry, I thought we were talking about the locked one. Never mind.
No, the locked one is you'd have to go back out the room you were in and over
Oh
to
no.
the
Okay.
right.
Okay.
The
No.
door
We
in
are.
front of Yrsa to the north is
Oh,
open.
okay. Never mind.
This
Okay.
is the one
Never mind.
that's got the carving of the fist with the 6 fan of arrows, and was probably painted in. You can still see the flecks of paint and a little bit of the gilding that are on there. Yrsa, as you go north through the door, everybody else coming with you.
Yes, please.
Everybody else coming with you.
Yeah.
You see again, this is where the end of this pitched battle was held. You see the most ornate remains are in here, for the most part. You see a number of wall sconces and braziers, a beautiful, well, it was beautiful mosaic at one point depicting the symbol of Hextor. I need everybody as you enter this space to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Woo! Hey, bro.
Plastic.
Woo! 18.
19.
We get +2 because Gunner.
Okay. I do. That's everything. Okay.
Cool. So you all make the save,
Let me just double check.
Yay.
Do.
which means you don't have the permanent problem.
There you
Oh,
go.
good.
Do
Uh-oh.
take
26.
7 points of psychic damage.
Ow.
And is halved. So.
Yeah, for you.
Yep.
It is 7 points of psychic damage as the large mosaic that's damaged kind of pulses out briefly for this moment. You kind of see that it was trying to do something, but it wasn't successful. Sucks to be it. And in front of you, again, this long hallway, and to your, on the right-hand wall, on this eastern wall, there is a large double door that's almost 10 feet tall. The space is very large, very ornate. You can kind of look up and see the worked ceiling has been kind of vaulted above you. And this double door is been previously busted, damaged. Something had broken through here, but it has been repaired and reinforced and put back. The bright imagery that should look like, again, that symbol of Hextor, and irradiating the number of weapons that you see in usually in his depictions with his 6 hands, has been put back together in ways that, like, work to get the doors to function, but also as a barricade, but the images don't match correctly, right? Like, the top of the halberd is now sitting on top of, like, the bottom half of a, of the, what is it? It's the, you know, the top of the, Morning Star is on matching the bottom of the axe, and, you know, the halberd is matched with one of the short swords. It's very disjointed and was probably a very intricate image, even if, you know, it's of Hextor's. But it's not correct. It's been put back together wrong. But it's still reinforced and in front of you.
Well, that's not right.
Oh no, I think it fits Extor very, very well. In fact, I think this would be a great door for Yrsa to knock down.
I can't.
You don't seem as excited as usual.
Rex
Yep.
is gonna go knock down the door.
Go right ahead. Go knock down this door. Please go knock down this door.
Yep.
I think Ven is going to share, just gonna kind of like give a look to Gunnar, like, that's weird, right?
Yes, it's very weird. And Gunnar will will take up next to Yrsa at this point. Are you sure?
Yrsa is actually looking at the door to see like where would be the good spot to apply force before just ramming into it. Whereas normally she would have probably just gone, all right, and like ran into the door.
As
Are
you
you
look at
sure
it,
you're okay?
it's closed but not locked.
Okay. Oh, well, it's locked. So not locked, so we can just open it.
Oh, I thought it was described as a barricade, so I was.
It does look
Confused.
like somebody tried to do that, but it's not
Oh.
really locked.
Well, then let's try
So
opening it first.
I don't knock down the door. I just.
You open it?
Yeah.
Cool.
I was looking at it first, but I do open it in case that's relevant.
Mm-hmm. All of you. I need Gunnar, Yrsa, and Ven to make me a dexterity saving throw.
So it's tall. This is
and
tall trap,
Civ.
is what you're saying.
No, it's even worse.
What?
Dex save, sure.
Yep. Dex save from actually no, it would include Civ 2. Sorry.
We are all in here, I guess.
Well, if it's something I can see, I get advantage on it. So
Yeah.
Interesting point of order. No, you cannot see.
okay. 24. Still really good.
Jesus.
24.
I'm
as you
dexterous.
Open the door.
All
If
those
you got
calisthenics
less
this morning.
than a
That's
21.
slippered up.
Jesus.
If you got less than a 21,
That's everyone but me.
yep. I need you all to take 56 necrotic damage.
Oh gosh.
And if you
56?
save, you get half damage.
Oh man.
My God.
As we all see, as you enter into this space, and I feel an appropriate time to change the music,
Uh-oh.
to this large pile of gold. And seated upon it, well, I can't.
Well.
A large friend
eh,
in blacks and grays, who is not pleasant looking.
eh.
So is it a dragon?
It is a dragon. It is
Is
indeed
it
a
an
dragon.
undead dragon or is it a live dragon?
It is a live dragon.
Okay.
It is not an undead dragon, although he doesn't look like, a red dragon or a green dragon or any kind of chromatic dragon you've ever seen. Large wafts of dark shadow kind of move and flow around him. This room kind of shifts. Your perception of the light is a little off. The depth and darkness isn't perfect. And he speaks in your mind. This is the domain of Sevzrin. Get out.
Don't have to
That's where
tell
we're
me
gonna end
twice.
For tonight.
Peace out.
Meanwhile, yours is thinking, I'm gonna be the coolest mom ever for bringing back dragon teeth.
And that's where we're gonna end for tonight.
I see no dragon. I see no dragon. Ben cannot see a dragon. She just heard their voice.
You just feel the
can't see
presence,
the
the
dragon.
aura.
You can't see the dragon?
I can't see the Ben can't see the
Oh
dragon.
yeah, because you're in the darkness. Sorry,
Can't see
sucks to
the
be you.
dragon.
Well, I
Sucks
thought
to
you
be-
cast light. Did you?
I
did you
did.
cast-
It's just like
well,
it's
light's
far
got like a
enough away.
60-foot range. I should be able to see it.
Did it not save it correctly?
It's
I think that must be the problem.
Can't see.
been the entire time.
It's like a 20-foot radius with an additional dim light for 20. You should be able to see 40 feet away.
Oh, because here. Oh no, this is what it didn't save it. It saved it at 10 feet. It
I
saved it
saved
15 feet for low light
Like
and
what
20
dragon?
Feet. There you go. Now you
There,
can see
I can see
There
its
you
wing
go.
now.
You can see its mass.
You can't see what I see right now, but I just see like a hint
Like
of
a
a
wing.
wing.
Hey, it's better than nothing. It's better than
Do
darkness.
do I see? Do I see?
Can you take a screenshot of that and just share it in the Discord?
Yeah, I can
Because
take it.
would love to
But
see
you
it.
you do see the dragon now. I'm sorry, Ben. Apparently it didn't save the dynamic lighting correctly. Of course it did.
I saw like half of those. I saw like maybe a third of those. I saw maybe like a third of those zombies.
Chris, are you alive?
No.
Sorry.
Oh
Gunner is
shit!
down.
Oh no!
Oh shit! What like?
Gunner's not in this room. Gunner's
Wait,
collapsed.
wait.
in
Oh,
the
No,
other
Gunner's in
room.
this
No.
room. Gunner's in the like.
Gunner's on the other side of the door.
Yeah.
Or did Gunner like fall forward?
I wouldn't
so
be-
he's
I wouldn't
technically
be-
in
I
the
would-
room.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be.
But,
in the
you
room. I
know.
wouldn't. I wouldn't be in the room if Gunner was down. I would.
Oh, I
Okay.
absolutely. After I am at 13 hit points,
I
I,
was
would
in
not have
first.
stepped
You haven't
forward
man,
even seen this
from the store.
dragon.
Ursa is by
Man, 56
herself.
damage
inside
I
this
seems to
room.
really suck.
I moved
Me
you
with 38
mechanically-
hit points
I moved
versus a dragon. I'm like, let's go.
It's like I knew you were gonna do.
I moved you mechanically.
You were doing it
into
for
the
dramatic
room
effect.
for dramatic effect. Okay, but
Ready.
mechanically you can be wherever you want because we're not starting this fight tonight. We're gonna worry about this next week.
Ugh.
Oh, Gunner, no.
A weirdly level-headed Yersa is like,
Okay,
I'm gonna be the best mom ever. Let's go.
You're giving a
Third
shit if
nap.
Gunner's gone on the ground.
So, how's everybody doing? We feeling okay? We feeling
Yeah.
alright?
I'm like
Chris
just
is
barely
giving
under
me a
half health.
look
I'm
like-
good.
What did you do?
I mean, Gunner's down, so that's not great.
That's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, Gunner.
That was a
kind
lot of
important.
necrotic damage.
Yeah, sorry. Hi. How we doing? How we feeling? We'll go around. We'll let Chris get mad at me first. Hey Chris, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine. Doing great. Gunner's cussing you in some language.
Can't
Which
cuss,
one?
he's
Probably
down.
Dwarven because it has the best cuss words.
Fair,
Um,
fair.
I mean, he
Why
can't
do you think
because
Yersa learned
he,
Dwarven?
I mean, he can't because he's unconscious because the thing hit him.
Yeah, well, the subconscious does weird things.
Mm.
Yeah.
But no, doing great. It's Chris Geary. You can find me on Blue Sky over there. You can find me here on Sunday nights, in theory. And yeah, this was a lot of fun.
Indeed. Follow Chris. All the cool things. We'll see what happens next week. Good thing, we'll see how things go. And then directly underneath Chris on the overlay, we have PB. Hey PB, how you doing? How's life going for you? And is Civ ready for a dragon?
Yeah, I'm absolutely ready to close that door and just walk right back out. That's what Sis ready to do. Hi, I'm PB from PB Plays Inside. I'm at 13 health, and I am right now on a little bit of a break from doing anything on the interwebs, but coming up in April, hopefully, things are gonna pick back up on the channel, and we're gonna do some more solo TTRPG things, and maybe a duo TTRPG thing with a good friend of the channel, aka Trooper SJP. So if you guys are interested in that, make sure to stop by at PB Plays Inside over on twitch.tv. And also you can follow me on Blue Sky to find out when I'm streaming and doing other things. And I am just delighted that Irsa is just suddenly a true neutral character, because that is the best character to have been affected by an alignment change. And so I am very delighted to see all the changes Lindy has made and all the changes that Lindy is going to continue to do with her character choices.
We'll see what happens. All of the joy. And we'll find out. Hey Lynn, how you doing? How's life going for you? Aren't you glad you brought a cleric?
I'm glad. I'm glad I only took half of psychic damage. I think I would have been down otherwise from that thing.
Yeah.
So good.
I would have been bad.
Good. I'm sorry. Good. We'll get you up hopefully. Ven doesn't know it's in the other room. Still, we'll see.
We'll
We'll
see.
see.
We'll see. Shit. Where can we find you? All the good stuff. Tell us.
Hey,
the deets.
I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art, pretty much everywhere on the Swift Blue Sky. You can find my art there, and next time you'll see me is on Tuesday on Wanted DM's channel for more of our short Shadow Scar campaign, where my little entertainment idol spy just got thrown into a portal, and her two friends are on the other side. So we'll see if I'm on my own for a little bit, or if they'll just drive a car through the portal. We'll see. We'll see next time.
Indeed, indeed. Follow Lynn. It's great. We'll see where everything is great, and follow Lynn for their art because their art is absolutely gorgeous. But last but certainly not least, hey Lindy.
Hello, 'tis I, Lindy. Love Lindy. You can find me online as such, Twitch, YouTube, and Blue Sky, and Instagram, and basically anywhere. Let me know if you don't find me somewhere, and I'll go snag it. Then you'll be able to find me there, whether or not I'm active. You can find me on Trooper SJP's channel on Fridays for our Traveler campaign, where my character is going through some interesting development there as well. So that'll be a grand time. This is an off week for my Monday and Tuesday games because they're bi-weekly. But next week, we will have our Aliens and our Ghost of Saltmarsh. But we do have our weekly Wednesday game, which is still disjointed time zone-wise because the UK hasn't had their daylight savings yet. So it'll be at 3:30 Eastern, Tracks of Terror. They made it to Ogden, Utah, and they're probably going to be heading to Salt Lake this week. And I'm sure nothing terrible is going to happen to them along the way from one town to another during a terrible rainstorm in which landslide has cleared the tracks, and so now they have to stay here for an unknown amount of time.
It's a Call of Cthulhu game.
But they don't know what to expect.
That's fair. That's fair. Thank you, Lindy. Also, thank you for letting us highlight the joy of Greyhawk. And but you didn't lose any levels with your alignment change, so that's a positive.
Yeah, I'm just more selfish now.
There is that. All right. Well, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you everybody in chat for hanging out. Thank you to my wonderful, fabulous players for playing around tonight. If you've missed out on anything or you want to check it all out, including these wonderful players' intro sessions, there's a YouTube playlist. It's all neat. It's all organized. You can go check that out. If you want to support the channel, we have a couple ways to do that. Number one, we have some merch, including the brand new I'm a Barbarian with Body Counts shirt and hoodie stuff for reasons that are, not at all tied to certain characters on this in this game at all. There is also a Ko-Fi, and that is designed to help support the channel, help keep the lights on, running, all the production, all that good stuff as we keep going. But let us see if there's anywhere else we can go. Oh, also, I'm going to let everybody know now that from now on, if we hit 10 reposts on the Go Live tweet, there's a positive thing for the players. If we hit 20, there's a good thing for me. I'm just saying. They're gonna have to fight a dragon next week, y'all. We'll see what happens. But as for me, I'm at Deirdre London on Twitter, Praxgorth, as me before you see me around here on Twitch, Prax the Bard over on Instagram, Hive, and Blue Sky, where I've mostly been talking about random stuff, and I'm very happy to have all of you here, and I love each and every one of you. And I can't wait to see what happens next. But is there anyone up for us to raid tonight? No, unfortunately not. So we're just going to say goodnight here, let everybody know that we look forward to seeing you next week, and have a good night, everybody.